It's Week 18 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Bengals and the Lions, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you can look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Cincinnati. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Meanwhile, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But, you know, we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right, and that comes all the way down from the front office. They built their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. This pass complete to Higgins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jennings throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down, Jennings. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30-yard line.
On second down, here's Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Dump, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's good. Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. And Burrow going to throw again. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
17-0 our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Dances by him.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Burrow on 3rd down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Lions had 15-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Jennings. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run for some 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown, but that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 29, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it here with Oliver. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings over the middle, complete. That's Garner. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Jennings. He'll find Williams on the slant. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here we go. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. McPherson's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Takes it at the 7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands and check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense. It is working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime to tackle someone.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On second down, Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side, complete. That's Garner. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, Jennings. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back to the running game with Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They'll try it now with Swift. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's a carry for Oliver. About 3 yards there to the 27. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jennings. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Higgins. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mixing up the middle. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's the pickup of six. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Inside. Move.
Man.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Mixon. Nifty move. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4.
Now it's Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Oliver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Jennings. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Jennings. It's complete to Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on second down.
Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Again, it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle, down to about the 32.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
From the gun, here's Swift.
3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
On third down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd and very short. Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase. Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it cuts this lead down to 13. This one fielded at the 5. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go again with Oliver.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
On 3rd down, Jennings. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him. Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense. Absolutely. He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse. And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway. Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now.
Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. To the air again, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Here's Burrow.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Burrow. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. To throw, Burrow.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run. It's Oliver. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Oliver. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Detroit, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.